everyone, this is Riku Keyblade Master, and you guys, wow. I just got done watching HMK's video on some more Kingdom Hearts 4 related information. Well, Kingdom Hearts related in general. One thing is still clear. The series is not ending whatsoever. This is not going to be the last game. Sora is still, even though he is lost right now, he is still going to be, remain the main protagonist. And now Nomura states we're going up against a new villain. Well, here's this crazy thing. Thinking back on the scene with Luxu and the foretellers and everything on that, there is a new Kingdom Hearts mobile game. I think it's called Kingdom Hearts Remixed Keys or something like that. I'm not quite for sure what he said the title was going to be called. Well, anyway, if someone knows, if someone remembers, feel free to tell me in the comments. I do have a theory, though, about the foretellers and Luxu summoning them. And the reason why Ava might not have made it after all. But I don't want to delve into that theory yet, because I don't want to make this a news/theory video. I want to kind of do it on its own merit, if that makes sense. I really hope it does. I mean, I have done that in the past before, yes. But then I realized, oh my god, stupid. Why did you do that? Why don't you just go back to your old formula? And sometimes when I'm talking, I don't even realize that I accidentally kind of veered off course. So honestly, that happened on accident, and when I realized that happened, I was like, oh my gosh, oh my glory, I feel like a doofus. Anyways, well, see, this new enemy has me concerned due to the fact that Nomura didn't state too much about the new enemy. Again, my theory kind of plays into that. The thing is this. I feel like it's just, there's just a lot to go over with. I remember a long time ago there used to be a rumored title, Kingdom Hearts Fragmented Keys, Refixed, I think is what the new title's called, but if I'm don't quote me on that. Like I said, if you guys know the new title, please feel free to tell me in the comment section. But this time, it's not going to... I swear to God, I hope it's not an Unchained Key or Union Cross clone. Because, I'm not going to lie to you guys, that's the reason I stopped playing. Because the missions were too repetitive, and plus, I didn't mean to, but I kind of broke the game. I figured out how to break the game, and I didn't even mean to. I wasn't even trying to do that. And by breaking the game, I mean, like, oh, some people are thinking, oh, you mean she broke it entirely? No. I mean, my character's stats and everything, I figured out how to give them a massive increase so I don't lose after so many missions. And a lot of the enemies have been going down in one hit because I increased my strength stats, my magic stats. I mean, really, one pin swipe took out 6 enemies at once. 6 enemies at once. And they were flying nocturnes. 5 of them were small, but one of them was humongous. I'm not even gonna lie. There are so many. And another reason why I gave up on that game was because there were so many enemies. I couldn't even keep up with all the names of all the enemies. And they just kept adding more and more. And had I played the Japanese version, yeah, I probably would have made it into the 500,000 names by the end of, I probably would have if at first, but Nomura said that it wasn't going to be part of the story, so I didn't bother. Then he changed his style and said that it was definitely part of the story. So that's what made me, I'm like, oh, great. I'm so far behind, all because you said that it wasn't a part of the story. Which leads me back to the new mobile game. The new mobile game, basically HMK said that you don't have to be an experienced KH player to play this one. Anyone can jump into this one and figure out what the heck is going on right off the bat. So that is a plus. No more of this, oh, you didn't play Union Cross or Unchained Key? What the heck is wrong with you? And I don't have to say, no, I didn't. Why? Because I can't read Japanese very well. And 2, Nomura is the one that said it wasn't part of the story. Admittedly, I would have started had I been able to read Japanese for 1, and 2, if Nomura had actually said, this is going to be important for later in the timeline. Okay? So, here's the thing. I really am looking forward to this new refixed game. I really am looking forward to this. This will tide us over, hopefully, until the release of Kingdom Hearts 4. Now, see, when they released Kingdom Hearts 4's first trailer, I thought they were going to jump straight into Kingdom Hearts 4. No questions asked. But Nomura had pulled another fastball on us by pulling this out. And yes, I know I'm not that great at mobile games. I understand that. I get it. I don't have the equipment to, do a walkthrough for a mobile game. I really am trying to figure out how the hell I can do that. Well, anyways, so, kind of like how Everglow, for example. I don't know what gear he uses. Everglow 444. I don't know if he's still making videos. But I used to watch his videos non-stop to see what was new. Oh my gosh. And to make sure that I was, sometimes I would watch his videos for strategy purposes. Like, should I go with this medal? Should I go with that medal? When he was playing Union Cross, I had so much trouble. I got stuck, and then after a year or so of playing, I figured out how to break the game. Again, I don't mean break it like snap it in half or anything. I mean break it like cheat code. Well, not really. I just increased a lot of my stats a shitload and evolved a lot of my pins and stuff. But the bad thing is too, when you evolve a pin, like say my first Joshua pin I got, it wasn't very strong at first, which I totally understand. It was kind of a reflection of having him as a game partner in The World Ends With You. His AI kind of sucked a little bit, but then as the time went on, it got stronger and stronger after day 4. Well, in this, when I figured out, once I managed to evolve his pin, or medal, oh my god. Why the hell do I keep saying pin? Oh, I'm sorry. The fact of the matter is I think the reason why I keep saying pin is because I'm working on a pin collection. I got a bulletin board on the back of my bedroom door. The thing is this though, I haven't gotten any more pins. I'm collecting them very slowly, but, not too fast. Now, I'm not looking for any sort of special pins. Any pin goes. Same thing with my keychain collection. Any keychain goes. The only thing I do not do is duplicates. If I get a duplicate keychain, I give it to someone else. Well, I gave my grandma one of my keychains because, remember that Texas one I showed you guys? I gave her that one because she said she wanted to start a coffee mug collection and a keychain collection. So, let's just say I gave her a little help. A guardian angel gave her a little help. So, yeah. Also, I'm not sure, I don't know too much about this new game. All I know is there's a beta coming out soon. Although, I really don't want to try the beta out because I try the beta out and the beta ends and it's like, oh, come on. And we also discovered why Nomura is a fan of cliffhangers. Because he wants to keep us guessing. He wants to see where our minds are going to go. Which I get that. But if you, rely on them too much, yeah. Now, the Dream Drop Distance thing, the cliffhanger that Nomura wanted to end on was Sora losing consciousness and becoming the 13th vessel. he wanted to cut out the ability to have the others snag him back. He wanted to wait until the next game to do that, but Disney said no. I'm surprised Disney even allowed Mickey to do what he did in Remind. Man, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Literally, I don't care if that's a hard section, but the fact that you get to play as Mickey and you get to help him get up when he falls down, it's just, oh my god, I love that little guy. And I noticed that even though Mickey is practically in his 90s, everybody still calls him Kiddo. You know, it's just crazy. Like, he maintains the appearance of a young mouse. Like, it's like he hasn't aged a bit. The only thing that's really changed with him is his voice, and that's for voice actor reasons, obviously. Due to the fact that Wayne Alwyn died, and oof. And that's another thing. I'm worried about, see, I kind of want a game where there's an inclusion for Queen Minnie, but I'm very worried about who they would choose to voice her, because this one Halloween movie that I watched, A Tale of Two Witches, some Caitlyn girl was voicing her. She wasn't doing too bad, although Russi Taylor is still listed as, even though she, you know, it's just so weird because, I mean, yeah, I get that. But every time I try to ask who the latest voice actress for Minnie Mouse is, it still keeps saying Russi Taylor. And I just barely escaped with Caitlyn's name through the skin of my teeth. Like, sometimes it's like pulling teeth with my Google Assistant to try to find the right way for it to try to give you the right answer, because it likes to be a pain in the neck sometimes. But we all have had that issue. Speaking of which, my dad actually agreed to get a Google Hub Nest thing, or Ring, so I can connect it to my cameras. That way, if I'm on my iPad or my computer or my phone, no matter where I'm at can see who's at the doorway and at the front door, and I'll know whether to answer it or not. I can talk to them through the mic to tell them, I'll be right down if it's, like my mom, if she says I'm going to the store real quick and I need your help. That way that can signal me, all right, so she's down there. So I can meet her down there. Which, in the nick of time, that actually did happen today. Which is crazy because of the fact that, sometimes my timing can be a bit off. And sometimes hers can be too. So we're both kind of in that same situation. But anyway, yeah. In the newest, in this mobile game, like I said, I'm worried about the gacha practices being incorporated into the console games. I am extremely concerned about that. I agree with Cynical. I am extremely concerned. Yes, I still agree. you know, and if Cynical's watching this, yes, I still agree with that. And I'm surprised Skyward Wing hasn't said anything about the gacha practices. Like, he hasn't given his opinion on it, or if he has, I just haven't seen the post. You know, but he has been pretty busy lately. But yeah. When HMK gave me the news about, you know, an interview with Nomura, gave us all the news, I'm just like, yo, I gotta share this to all my groups. So I went on Facebook and just shared that bitch like crazy. I don't know why I didn't share it to Twitter like a I am such a how could I have forgotten that? There I go again. Well, anyways, the fact of the matter is, I'm talking about it here, so it's obvious that, you know, you guys are going to know right off the bat what I'm talking about, which video I'm talking about over with HMK. It's been a while since we've really gotten any Kingdom Hearts related news. It really has been. God, it feels like such a breath of fresh air to freaking just finally, you know. I just, you know, I couldn't figure out a good enough topic, but now I have a couple. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's get a discussion started. Comment, rate, subscribe to become a Keyblade wielder. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. I love you all. Stay safe. I cannot stress that enough. And especially with this freaking massive heat wave, excessive heat circuit that's been around for quite a while. I mean, it started, I want to say, on Sunday, and it's supposed to cool down by Thursday. So, tomorrow, or, you know, if this goes up by tomorrow, well, whenever this goes up, you guys know that I was recording this in the middle of that heat wave. In the midst of that heat wave, just as I was recording some of these. But yeah, I was just wondering, too, what would you guys think? I mean, it looks like we're going to be spending a lot of time in... HMK is thinking Quadratum is going to be a hub world, like Traverse Town was. And we're going to actually see what Sora does routinely while in Quadratum. We're going to actually play... It seems like we're going to actually play through his routine. It's crazy. But yet super cool. I really am looking forward to it. Sure, there's going to be less Disney Worlds, but I wouldn't give a damn as long as they're expansive. You know, but not too expansive to the point where they are like super boring. Like, no offense, when I was traveling, my brother and I, you know, when we went through Port Royal and we had to get all them crabs, yeah, that was not only a pain in the neck, but super boring too. Like I said, I was not a fan of the whole Assassin's Creed Black Flag controls, considering I never really got the chance to play that game. Considering it was on a console, I couldn't really see the buttons very well on, and that was the Xbox 360. Because the letters were the same color as the button, so it was hard to see the outline. It was very hard to see the outline. Now, with the Nintendo GameCube, on the other hand, I like what they did with that because they actually engraved the button letters into the button themselves, and it's just like, it's really unique. It's a really unique aspect. They were really thinking about people with disabilities here when it came to that. I really wish that Xbox would start doing the same. I'm starting to, with the Xbox One, I looked at the Xbox One's controller, and yeah, I actually could control it fine because they sort of mimicked the PlayStation controllers. Which I think is really cool. In my opinion, I think it's absolutely awesome that they did that. They saw what happened was they saw what PlayStation was doing with their controllers, and they said, "Oh, all right. So if we want to get more people on board, we need to be a bit more inclusive, especially if people with disabilities, like our console, but don't really have the ability to play it." So, yeah, Microsoft really kicked up their game. And I really appreciate that. But yeah, I will definitely see you guys next time. I'm really sorry that this is long. I just had to get this out because I just want to get to work on my theory video as soon as possible. But I also don't want to overstep my uploads, especially due to the fact that this heat wave is finally almost over, hopefully. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace, and like I said, love you all, stay safe, and stay awesome.